Hi, I'm Amber from Amber's Craft Week blog, and I'm really excited to present to you today my first ever video crafting series. So when I was a kid, I would sometimes get crafting books, and while I loved crafting, a lot of times I wouldn't be able to make most of the crafts in the books because I just never had the craft supplies. So one of the few books that I actually have from my childhood is this book called Heyday. And it's crafts, it's things to do, make, and ponder. So each day for 365 days, it has a different thing to either do or make or ponder. So this book was released in 2001. I would have been 10 or 11 then. So I just thought it'd be kind of fun to, one, see if I have the stuff to finally do these crafts that I wanted to do when I was a kid. You can see they're kind of like a bunch of heart sticky notes all through these. I think those were the pages that I was particularly interested in, so I put little sticky notes to mark them. But again, I never actually did most of these because I just didn't have the supplies to do most of these. And then two, just to kind of look back at, hey, what was cool in 2001, and what would we actually still want to do today? So I won't be doing videos every day because not every day is a crafty thing, but for as many days as I can and feel like we can get something crafty out of it, we'll do them. But we're going to be starting with January 2nd. So they have what are called the future files. And I'll read you from the book what it says. So you're reading a magazine, la da da, read. When all of a sudden you spot a picture, photo, drawing, sentence, word, article that grabs you by your shirt collar and all but says, whoa. You might soak it in, this picture, photo, drawing, sentence, word, or article, and then move on to the next. But 3 days later, you won't have any recollection of that very thing that grabbed you so. And if you can't recall it 3 days later, do you really think you can remember that particular cool thing when you need it weeks or months later? Hence the, said in a booming Darth Vader-like voice, future files. I can't do voices, so really just an elaborate way to hold onto magazine clippings and therefore your thoughts. Today you create a couple of basic files, you get your system up and running, and then throughout the year we'll give you more ideas for additional files. Sure, you could use a filing cabinet with hanging folders and files if you've got one already, or you can create your very own thing you've got around the house, such as shoeboxes or old record jackets. The principle is all the same. They should be easily accessible, sorted, organized, and labeled clearly enough so you can tell which is which. Today, start by creating 3 future files. These are utterly trivial, and we're proud of that fact. You should be too. And so the 3 they have are makeup, fashions, and hair. More future files to come next month. So I decided that I was just going to go with their categories of like makeups, fashions, and hair, things that I would be interested in trying, and go old school. So if I were to do this today, like probably I would just make a Pinterest board. So if you're following along at home and you want to try this, Pinterest is probably going to be the easiest way to go. I mean, a lot of people already have like hair goals boards and like makeup and fashion boards, and so but we're going the 2001 route. So when it was 2001, I did not have a internet access. I was 10 or 11 at the time. My birthday's halfway through the year, so I'm not sure when the book was released, but you know, I was a kid and I did not have access to the internet until I was in my teen years, really. So I would not have had, I don't know if Pinterest was around, it probably wasn't, but I certainly wouldn't have had access to it if it was. So I have here some magazines that we're going to go through to try and find some ideas. I also just picked up some gel pens, so I have a random assortment of colors. I'm not sure what colors I want to use yet, so I just grabbed a bunch of them. Some plain paper. I've decided to do my future files as just like on sheets of paper and then put them into a 3-ring binder. Some scissors so we can cut things out of the magazines. Now I may also be kind of cheating a little because as for hair goals, I like really long hairstyles, and I'm guessing there probably won't be too many super long hairstyles in here. So I did print some pictures online that I'll be adding to my hair goals page, but we'll start with the magazine stuff. Just kind of rifle through. So these are some old issues of Cosmo that I just happen to have lying around. So this one's from August 2014 and the other one's from September 2013. Not anywhere near as old as the book. It would be really cool if I did have some that old, but unfortunately I don't have any magazines from when I was that young. I used to read J14. That was the big one. I think I was maybe a little older than 11 too when I started that one. But yeah, I'm just going to kind of go through and look at some different things. So get some makeup here. And I'm more interested in colors than the particular brands, and I'm just trying to have things to do, so I'm probably just gonna, you know, cut out these lipsticks and probably file them away in a makeup page. So I'll cut out a bunch of clippings and we'll sort through them as we go. So we'll add that to our pile. Some hair products, but none that I really scream my hair. Some nail polish. I do love nail polish, but none of those colors jump out to me super much. A shark. So actually this is a I'm gonna add an extra file to this called costume ideas, and I'm gonna cut out this little shark because I actually have an idea for a DIY hammerhead shark costume using oatmeal containers. I didn't get around to making it this year, but maybe I'll be able to do it. I started building the prototype, but I never finished it, but maybe next year will be the year. So I'll cut out this little shark pal, and maybe next year you'll get to see. So I'll put that over in the costume ideas pile. Bunch of lipsticks. I do like lipstick. I like reds in particular, but we'll just cut out this whole chunk of them and I'll add the ones I want later. Although I don't know if I really want to cut through Jennifer Aniston. She was my idol when I was that age, so maybe I'll leave the lipsticks for now. So here are the items I ended up picking out. As you can see, so up here is the makeup stuff. I have some lip gloss, more lip color, some cool eyeshadow colors, particularly for the green. I always think that I should try cool eyeliners and I never do, so figured I'd add it here. Then next I have some clothes, so some kind of funky jeans, clear shoes. These really just the pants, they were kind of connected to everything, so that made it kind of hard. And then I kind of like Carly Rae Jepsen's outfit here. I always tell myself I'm going to learn how to wear scarves, and then I never do. So we'll add that to my inspiration. Next up we have hair. So some temporary hair colors, because I like to change my hair color temporarily. This one, I just really love her waves. Or curls, I guess. They really are full-on curls, so pretty cool there. And then, so this was just some random person on the internet who had really long, nice looking hair. And then Simply Nailogical. I love her hair. It's so long and gorgeous. I'm actually including an old picture of me in my hair goals because it used to be nice and even at the bottom. And these days it's not so much. I don't know if it's just because I didn't trim it for many years, because I was at a point where I just didn't want to trim my ends because it's like every day I wake up and my hair is the longest it's ever been. But then it started getting splits at the bottom and uneven, and so I've been trying to fix it ever since then, and it's taking a long time. So I don't know if it's age or if it's just that I didn't trim my hair, but probably you should trim your hair every now and again if you want it to be long. Just a tiny bit, but at least a little bit of a trim to get rid of some of the splitting. And then for costumes, I have my little shark pal. So the next step is just going to be making pages for makeup, fashion, hair, and costumes, and just gluing the stuff down. So let's do that. So we'll make the first one the makeup page. So I'll do makeup ideas. And we'll just kind of collage these on. So I forgot to mention at the beginning that we're going to need a glue stick for this. So you will need some kind of glue stick or double-sided tape or something like that. And we'll leave plenty of room on here for if we ever want to add other makeup ideas we come across to this. Although, again, Pinterest would probably be a lot less mess and less effort. But if you find something in paper that you really like and you want to hold on to, this is a good way to go about it, I think. Alright, so that page is still pretty empty, but plenty of room for growth. Next up, we'll do some fashion inspo. Moving on. Now we have our hair goals. Oh, when I was talking about hair goals, I forgot to tell you about one of the images. So there's this one as well, which I thought was a really pretty updo, and it's a wedding do. And Brian and I are getting married in May, so I thought it might be cool to have some wedding hair ideas. Not that we'll probably be able to afford a professional hairstylist, but it doesn't hurt to have some inspiration in there. Hair goals page is down, and then we just need costume ideas. Because I love Halloween and Halloween costumes. So let's add our little shark friend. So there are all our future file pages. All I have left to do is to put them in a 3-ring binder. And so that completes our first day in our Heyday challenge series. So if you like this video, then please give it a like. I really appreciate that. If you want to see more videos in the series, then please hit the subscribe button. I'm planning on doing a whole bunch more. So there's all kinds of different crafty, interesting things that we'll be doing. So stay tuned for more. And if you like crafts in general, then check out my craft blog, amberscraftweek.blogspot.com, which I'll link to below. But I hope you enjoyed this, and if you do end up doing any of the future files or anything of the other challenges in the book, please let me know. Share them with me. I'd love to see them. So have a great day.